Oh, wait a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Okay?
Go.
Alrighty. They call me Miss Dottie. Welcome to the National Hotel. This is my husband, also known as Doc Holliday.
Hi, Doc Holliday.
And we do
Nice to
give
meet you.
historical tours at the National Hotel.
Okay.
So in the 200 series rooms directly below, and I'll take you up there and you'll see this area, and it's very active. And if you have one of those little gizmos back there, don't point it at me because it will peg the needle and go off. They like to mess with me a lot. Yeah. The little white spots will come, especially if I have the big brimmed hats on. They'll come and they'll hover over my head. Well, I don't even know they're there unless I tip my head back. I don't pay attention to them anyway. So, let's get started and I'll give you a little bit of background. This whole thing got started during the California Gold Rush. The little town of Jackson was just getting formed. Everybody's coming out to California because they thought the streets were paved with gold. This little town got started with a couple of two or three little businesses right down here on Main Street. Well, back in Louisiana, these guys thought, everybody's striking it rich, we gotta go. So they came out here, and on this spot in 1852, they put a single-story canvas and wood frame building. And they sold miners' supplies. So they got their jingle in their pocket without getting their feet wet. Well, things went so good, in 1853, they actually made walls and made it a building and put a second story on. And they had 4 rooms up there. That is the balcony rooms that you see overhead here. Now, they're a hotel. From 1853 continuously to today, it has always maintained a hotel status. It has the history of being the oldest continuous running hotel in California. So for the next 150 years, it has always been a hotel. But it's had other little businesses in here as well. But it's always maintained a hotel status. Well, things went really good for 10 years. Town was just booming. They discovered gold right behind this building, right where the creek comes together. That's where they discovered gold really blew out the town. So in 1862, where you see there's a little rise in the main street, just a little bit of a curve, from there north was Chinatown. This was a real Chinatown. These are guys from China. And they came out here because during the gold rush and they were building railroads, Chinese like to blow things up. So they really came in. They had their temple up here. They had it all. And 1862, they actually started a fire up there accidentally and had no way of putting it out. There was no fire trucks, there was no fire hoses, it was the bucket brigade. Well, just like the town is right now, everything was built up against each other and most things were wood. So once it started, it took the town down and it wiped out the entire town of Jackson, including this building. So the following year, 1863, they're bringing everything back up again, including this building. But now, when it comes back up, it's no longer the Louisiana House. It is called the National Hotel. The reason it's the National Hotel is 1863, you're right smack dab in the middle of the Civil War. People in California didn't know what side they were on. So if you had a business, you generally named it after whatever side you kind of favored. So it went from Louisiana House to the National Hotel. Well, it's been the National Hotel continuously since 1863. In fact, the dedication of when they opened the doors was April 28, 1863. This originally was the bar, and it was a continuous bar until 2010. Never closed. I mean, it was always the bar. There was other businesses here. In fact, at one time they split the title deed to this building, and that actually became another building. It was called the Errata Building. And then when it changed hands again, it opened back up again. But at one time, it ended up being 2 different buildings. I don't know how they figured that, but they did. So in 2010, Stan Lukowitz bought the building, locked the doors, and he says, gut the building, but don't throw anything away. We are going to restore this old gal back to her grandeur of where she was in history. So he started moving walls, he started knocking walls down. What you see in antiques, well, are obvious. These were oil lamps. Now, of course, they're electric lamps. That one over there was also kerosene lanterns, but he had it wired, and now they're electric. One of our famous guests that used to come here a lot was John Wayne. This is a picture of John Wayne behind the bar. This chandelier is that one right over there, because it hung right over here. But he has his own room here, and it's not just named after him, that's his stuff. He would call up and say, make my bed, I'm on my way, and him and his friends would come up here. So if you have an opportunity to meet whoever's in 201, see if you can get him to show you some of the pictures in there. There's one picture hanging on the wall of him and his friends. The one next to his right elbow used to play Festus on Gunsmoke. The one, yep, and the one in the white jacket just kind of standing a little forward of John Wayne is James Dean.
Oh,
So these are, and you'll recognize other ones. There's an Indian in there, used to play Indians on the old westerns, and I don't know his name. But you'll recognize him when you see him, if you remember the old movies.
Tonto?
Yeah. But I can't remember his name, and he played in a lot of them. He usually played a chief or, you'll recognize him. Can everybody do stairs?
Yep.
Let's go play.
Can you get a card for the roof?
Well, I've got mine.
You have one.
So what you see in here that looks like antiques
You go to
really are antiques because they restored everything they could find.
I saw
And
somebody
so
trying
they're-
to use this phone earlier. Does it
the
work?
little
It does.
pointer to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a modern phone, see, it's push button.
Oh, okay.
But all around in here, you'll find the real stuff. This is probably one of the most valuable paintings in Amador County. It is Ulysses S. Grant in his 20s. You notice there's no cigar in his hand. One of the only pictures that he never had a cigar in his hand, but he's probably reaching for it, if you look. Okay.
I would not know that.
No.
Everybody calling him Fred.
There's a lot of artwork all over this hotel.
So you're supposed to be a smart one.
So one of the first things he did when he got the hotel, and he had to get it by way of his daughter because the previous owner absolutely did not like Stan Lukowitz and would not sell the hotel. So when he decided to sell it, he sold it in the Bay Area to a broker down there that just happened to be Stan's daughter that had a different last name. So that's how Stan got his hotel here. But the first thing he did is he brought his engineers up. Look what I finally got. Took me 20 years. Look what I finally got. And they went, yeah. You got a 150-year-old building falling in on itself. This floor dropped 17 inches.
Is that why it's so? That's why that spot right there, I feel vertigo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you'll find that in a couple of places around here. In fact, occasionally you'll see me kind of drift off to, yeah, it's crazy, it's fun. So he brought his engineers in, and the first $800,000 went into the foundation of this building. Now, it's all brick, and all the bricks were there, except you could slide a brick right out of the wall, because there was no mortar. That's why the whole thing was coming down. Well, a building this size is a lot of buildings start coming down. So he had it shored up. He had the whole foundation fixed in it, and he had it shored back up again. But he did not correct where it fell.
To keep it natural.
It's character. You know, all of us old ladies are high maintenance. That's just the way we are, you know. So, of course, he's got air conditioning in here. He's got electric lights in here. And, you know, we actually have indoor plumbing, which we did not have bathrooms before 2010.
Wow.
Yep. There was one bathroom on each floor. Everybody used the same bathroom. Now, true, there was 58 rooms, and we only have 36 now. But at least everybody has their own bathroom. So then he says, while you're knocking walls out, I want a honeymoon suite. I want something that they will always remember from our stay here. He's also got 9 kids, so he's got a big romantic teddy bear, you know. Wait till you see what he did for a honeymoon suite.
Oh, we're next to the honeymoon.
Oh, yeah.
Did someone say that last night when we were giggling at 2 a.m.?
I knew that was a honeymoon
I can
suite.
show you where that happened. Okay, B. Somebody's in this room.
Yes, they are.
They're not supposed to be in this room. Okay, we're gonna leave this room, and I'm gonna ask them about it. Doggone it. There is,
Can we run down there and ask her?
no, I'll find out in a little bit. Right alongside of the bed is a picture. And it's just a print. It's like not a big thing, but it's a very pretty lady. Now, if you want to take a picture of that picture, maybe you'll get a picture and maybe you won't. Maybe you'll get a picture of a frame with a big white spot in the middle of it. If you should take a picture with your phone, because some of these phones are pretty fancy, be very, very careful. One of our housekeepers was new, and I was taking her around and telling her about that. She says, "Oh, Dottie, I can take it. I got, you know." And it went click, and it shows up like in the bottom left-hand corner. She says, "See, I got it." She tapped it, and nothing happened. Tapped it. Nothing happened until it self-deleted. When it self-deleted, it also took out her phone.
Ooh.
Oh,
She was not happy about that.
Yeah.
So when you take pictures around, just
Yeah, I want to go take a picture
understand
of
you
that.
may get a picture, you may not. You may get things, and I brought some of these, the paranormal guys that do this for a living, and they walk around with a camera like that, and you know, click and click, and I'm going like, what are you taking a picture of? Oh, well, look. And it's like, I didn't see that there. But there's things that show up in cameras
Right.
that we
we
don't
don't
see.
Yeah.
And these guys know where to look. You know, it's down the hallway, click. And I'll look down the hallway. I don't see anything. I look at the camera, and there's this like cloud in there, and this cloud moves.
Yeah, we see.
The cloud follows us.
We've already
see
done
stuff,
that.
yep.
Yeah. And it's like, okay. Okay, back to John Wayne. He used to come up here on a regular basis because he, one, did not like Hollywood. He did not like the glitz and glamour. He could come up here, kick his boots off, hang out in the bar, and nobody cared. He could drink his beer, play poker, and have a good time. And he would come up and spend a week or two. But he did have his own room. His room is in 201 right there. Now, that is one of the 4 rooms on that balcony.
Originals.
Yeah.
Ours is 205 right here.
Okay, yeah. So they've kind of rearranged a few things so you could at least get a bathroom in there.
Yeah.
What you won't find is closets. Unless the room is set up in such a way they really can't get an envoy in there because they got a bathroom in there now. And then they'll make a little cubby hole closet.
That's, yeah.
The original rooms did not have closets, they had armoires. That room was so tiny because of the staircase and because they have that crazy ceiling because of the stairs, you know, They just used the underside of that for a closet or whatever. Well, in the process of knocking these walls down and moving things around, they looked back in there, and in the back corner under this set of stairs right here was a 100-year-old double-barrel shotgun, that double hammer
Oh, wow.
shotguns. And that bad boy was still loaded, propped against the back wall.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, I don't know who we're going to get to unload that, because that stuff is like nitroglycerin now, you know. But the story behind it, nobody knows. Nobody knows who left it there. But they found a lot of those things in there.
I
Of
can
course,
imagine.
moving things around. So up until 1959, yeah, there's nobody in that corner. Up until 1959, bordellos were legal in California. Jackson was full of bordellos. There's nobody registered up there.
Nobody registered.
You hear it?
Oh,
it's
it's,
birds on the
John
window.
Wayne's room.
No, it's birds on there on that window.
Yep.
Oh,
There's like a ton of birds up there. Pigeons.
well, John,
So-
What is that?
The entire third floor of the National Hotel was the bordello. And curiously, that's John Wayne's room at the foot of this. Not that he ever went up there, but I bet he had company coming down. You know he did. I would have been coming down. Okay, this is one of my favorite pieces of furniture in here. It is original. It has not been redone. It has everything original.
it's
This
not
is
in
out
my
of the
camera.
Civil War period.
It is not in my
Come here,
camera.
come here, come here,
Oh.
come here, come here, come here,
Yeah.
please.
I'm showing a
Come here,
corner
come here.
and no chair.
Come here.
Yep.
It's not
Yep.
it's not in the corner.
Well, that's.
And it's
belongs to
showing, it's
somebody.
showing,
And I have
belongs to her.
chills all up and
look,
down.
it's showing,
Take
lots of pictures of
that. I
Can I stand right there?
but no chair. Yeah, you're standing there, but you're not in a chair.
There's no chair.
Sit down in a
Take-
chair.
Picture.
Be careful with it.
There is
still
a
don't see
chair
the
there,
chair.
but there's no chair.
You're sitting.
You
but
are
there's
sitting
no
in a
chair.
green chair.
Can I do it, Sherry?
Yeah,
Can I please?
go ahead.
It's on mine.
Oh, I can see the chair now. It's below the
She
wall.
just gave it back to you.
Yeah, but,
Thank
No,
you.
you can't.
oh, this is the line up here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the chair's just really dark and it's not showing up good.
Oh my God.
It's,
I wanted
it's
to
kind of
sit.
showing.
Well, this is.
That was
No,
kind
I
of
have
weird.
respect.
This is an original chair. It has not been reconditioned. It is in its original form. It is not missing that arm. Never
No,
had that
That's
arm.
how it was.
It is a lady's chair, and up until a couple of months ago, when somebody, I guess, decided they needed them worse than we did, used to have wooden rollers under the legs. But the arm was never there, never was one there, because if a lady sits down, please revert dress. You can't have, especially with hoops. Now, my hoop is collapsible. The old hoops were not, they were piano wire. So if it would, it'd be in my face and I'd be on the third floor. Now, if it was a man's chair, it would look identical to this, including no arm over there. Because during the Civil War, the soldiers had sabers on that side. So it would be taller, but it would still be missing that arm, making room for the saber. If you see one of these chairs and they say, oh, it's an original and blah, 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 and it's a lady's chair, and it's worn back there, not either. Ladies never touch the back of their chair. Always sat
Prim and
first-
proper.
the first third of the chair in front. That's all we ever used. It's real hard to get the hoops back there to begin with. Now, like I say, mine are collapsible. I can. I know how to do it. But back in the day, no, ladies never touched the back of that chair. So that's why it's like perfect back there. Okay, let's go play some more. Do be careful because the floor takes off. It's like a skateboarder's paradise around here. Now, back before everything was redone, The first door on the left was the bathroom. Wasn't this big, but it was the only bathroom on this floor. It had a toilet, it had a wash basin, the old chain full toilet, and it had a tub. Now, if you were going to take a bath in that tub, suggest you be the first one, because they only filled it once.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Yep, and you didn't pull the plug when you got out, because the next person taking a bath used the same bath water. So you can just imagine with the miners and the cowboys.
Yuck.
So then he said, well, then I want an elevator. Today people don't want to carry their luggage all these. And he went, your building's falling in on itself and you want a stinking elevator in here? I want an elevator. I got the money, you figure it out. Well, you see, we have an elevator. Have you used it yet?
Yeah.
Okay. So I called these
Nope.
my elevator lobbies. This actually would have been a room. It would have been a very large room, but it would have been a room. So each floor has a room that they've used as an elevator lobby. It's got some really, really nice antiques throughout in here. Now, in this room, it would have had a bed, which they're not king-queen beds. You had a twin bed, and you had what they referred to as a full or a three-quarter bed. It would have had a washstand, and it would have had an armoire. But the beds are small beds. That's why they had 12 kids. That's how
They were very snug.
very snug. We have a lot of handicap. So we have several handicap rooms. And I don't care what you're stuck with for mobility, you can get around in these handicap rooms. Fantastic. The bathrooms are huge. Not only do we have a bathroom, but these are huge. So, and they're beautiful. All of these rooms have antiques all over in there. And I take care of most of the antiques. This is real active up and down from that door down here. This whole area is very active. If you have one of those little ghost finder things, you'll get a lot of activity out of right here. This is directly below her room. This room has the same setup as her room. The bed is over here, the bathroom is in the middle, and then you've got a little walk-around area where the fireplace and the chairs, the sitting area is. So you're kind of interchangeable in here, and that's why you get a lot of activity in this hallway too. The children are found on this floor. In this hallway, all the way up and down this hallway, the children are found. I haven't seen any, well, maybe it was children that was pulling the flowers out of my hats, but I don't think so. You know.
Is this the one? No, we went in 311.
Yeah, we were directly above.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go up to her room, see if she's going to behave herself tonight.
No, let's not.
Not necessarily,
She doesn't
huh?
have to behave.
Well, be
don't want
careful
her to
how
be-
you encourage
Sure,
her.
you can go upstairs.
Or anybody.
Do you walk upstairs?
For what?
She's gonna take the elevator.
There's been,
She doesn't do elevators.
well, I was just going to tell you a scary story about one. Maybe you really don't.
Go ahead and...
Here, you take hers, because you know how to use hers. I've never
just
used
keep
it.
it on her. It's on. It's still on.
Yeah.
Meet you on the flip side.
1 or 311. Go down and turn right, and you'll see the
Now,
stairs.
it's
You'll
never
see our
happened
room.
to me, but I know it has happened on several occasions. They'll stick the elevator between floors. And the main desk has to come and get it unstuck. It already takes a minute, but, which I thought was kind of funny because these are not something, you know, that was around during those days. But the way they figured it out, you are now outside. It is out here in the alleyway, and it's attached to the side of the building. But if you're standing in the alley looking back, it looks like a big double chimney coming up out of the kitchen. So it blends right in, you'd never know it was an elevator. Except it's awful warm in there.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
It hasn't been that warm before.
Oh, you'll have cold spots, you'll have warm spots, you'll have...
It was hot in there. We just got out there a little while ago. It wasn't hot.
Like you said, it's outside and that's the south side of the building.
She's very picky about who she lets in her room. And I kind of found that out the hard way. I've had some ladies, now if they were Chinese ladies, I can't get them in her room. She will not open the door.
I wouldn't either.
She let us in last night.
But I've had ladies from China that was in a tour, and she refused to open the door. So it all depends on who's on the tour, whether she'll open the door or not. And sometimes she'll torment me and make me stand here and card that door for the next 10 minutes, and then I was like, okay, fine, come in. If I go downstairs and get Papa and bring him up, she'll open the door that quick. I no longer come out the door pulling the door behind me, because if I do, she will take my skirt and stick it in the crack of the door. I can't get my skirt in the crack of the door, but she can, because she will pull it into the crack of the door. And then, of course, as soon as the door is closed, I'm stuck against the door and I can't move. So I'll card the door, and she'll red light me and leave me stuck on the door, carding me, you know. And finally, after 5-10 minutes, she'll finally green light me and let me open the door and get my skirt back, because I'm stuck until I can't open it. I've had them go downstairs and get the desk clerk and come up with his card, and she still won't open it. It's like, no, I'm mad at her. So, behave yourself. And I gotta be careful yelling at her. She'll ignore me and won't open it at all. Oh, don't. Come on.
Turn it over.
Turn it over.
No, the other way.
She's mad.
Upside down.
She's mad.
That's the same.
I'm sorry. Please open the door. Please.
Red light.
Don't argue. Be nice. I'm sorry. Open the door. Please. I'm sorry. Please. Open the damn door.
Sound like somebody was talking in there.
Yeah, she argues. Yeah, she argues. Please don't do this. My card works on your door, you know that. She's not gonna let me in. She's mad.
We should let
It'll
someone
work.
else do it?
No, doesn't work that way either.
See if she'll.
I know my card works
We
on
came
the
in
door.
to visit
No,
you
just see
last
if maybe
night.
she'll let someone else do it. Maybe she's mad at you.
We came to visit you last night. Can we come in again?
You're the 7-year-old little girl.
Remember we visited with the 7-year-old little girl last night? She knows your
She's
card.
mad. Okay, maybe I can get the night clerk to open it. Maybe she'll open it for her. She's not gonna open it for me tonight. She's mad at me. She heard me talking about her. I'm sorry. My card works on every door in this hotel. She's not gonna open it. She's mad. I'll be back. I'll bring Papa. Maybe. Sure. She's cranky sometimes. She gets mad at me and she won't open the damn doors.
That's crazy.
She had no problem opening it last night.
Oh! I
this is
gave
where
her
we're
a
coming
tour.
tonight.
I gave a tour this
Huh?
morning.
That's where we're coming
Walked
tonight.
right in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wasn't mad. Maybe I made her mad this morning. I don't know.
Okay, we're
I
going.
got more to show you.
Did you hear that?
What?
Did you hear that, Laura?
Yes, I did.
What was it?
The door handle moving.
Yes.
Let me see that card.
You want me
And
to
I
try
heard the
it?
door handle moving when we
Yeah.
were sitting there
Do
talking.
you want me to try it? Everyone loves Laura. We're doing this room tonight.
Oh, are
Yes, we
you?
got the key for that one already.
Did you wiggle the door handle? Will you let us in? We want to play helicopter and high five.
She's mad.
That's right. Will you let me in?
She'll lock me up.
Remember you gave me a high five last night? Oh, come on. Let me in.
I just went in there this morning with that.
You're not gonna let me in?
But I heard the door handle go.
We wanna